What's up, everybody? Blaine here, aka Thrifty Fishing. Gonna do a real short tutorial, real quick, just to show you how to make a background for your card using the GameIcons.net library. There's a lot of awesome art in the library, and it's just kind of complicated to use with the editor. So I'm just gonna go through some of the things that I do to get some of the effects that I like, and maybe it'll be helpful to you guys. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know in the Discord, and I'll be glad to help you. So normally when I'm getting started making a background with the Game Icons library, I start with a blank square and just go ahead and pick a color that's going to be basically the base of whatever I'm doing. I'm going to do an underwater thing here, so for this I'm just going to pick like maybe a blue color. Now when you're changing the colors on the Game Icons, it's pretty easy. Just go to the very bottom on the filters tab and hit blend color and switch to multiply. And multiply will make whatever color the icon is match the hexadecimal code color exactly. So if you have like a specific color that you're looking for, you can go look up the hexadecimal code and you'll have it perfectly. So for my ocean, I'm going to just do like a nice sea green color here, and just move that to the back. Alright, so the next thing I do when I'm making a background is, you don't really want the background to be the focus of your image, so I normally try to blur out some things that look, like they fit my theme. So I'm going to go with this algae right here. And something you'll notice about this algae is that it also has bubbles on it, and bubbles and algae won't look good the same color, and we can't pick an individual thing to change the color on with these. So we're just going to increase our size so that we only get the algae here. So this algae now can be our background, and we don't have any of those bubbles. So I'm going to start with blurring this up a little bit. Not a whole lot. We don't want it to be like unseeable. That's a little too blurry. But something like this doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to come over here to once again, just double click on the multiply. And then I'm going to pick a different color that I think, accents the color in behind it pretty well. I guess it is algae. We might want to make it green. Let's see. There we go. And then I can just try to play with the blur filter until I get it to the point that I think looks good. It might help you to go ahead and put an object in your foreground just so you'll have an idea of what it'll look like behind it. My go-to test object is the big egg. Hold on, let me find it. Here it is. So when I know that I'm going to be putting something in the foreground, I just take the big egg and I go ahead and make it whatever color I'm going to be making. So if I was making like a red fish, go ahead and make this my red fish up front here. And now I can see how this background is going to look behind my red fish. Or let's make it more of an orange fish. Let's see. There we go. All right, and so that doesn't look awful, not too terribly bad, but I don't feel like there's a lot going on. We just have blue, and then we have some algae. So what we're going to do is add some kind of texture to the water back behind the algae. That'll give it a little bit more life. There's all kinds of different objects you can use to do that. Any of the ones that take up a lot of the box and have some kind of shape to them. There's a really good one in the O's. Let me just go ahead and hop up there. If you didn't know, the double button clicks 10 pages at a time, and the single button just goes 1 page at a time. So let me go to the O's here, see if I can find the one I'm looking for. There it is. So we have the spiral here, which I think makes a really good watery background. It's got kind of a drop shape to it, and it'll just look great, I think. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to multiply again. This time I'm going to try to match my color of the water a little bit better, but probably a little bit darker. Not much darker. There we go. And this one I'm going to blur a whole lot. So probably about like that. And I'm just going to move that backward. And then I'm going to move it backward again so that it'll be behind. And now you can see that it looks like we've got kind of a wavy pattern going on back behind our kelp. And I think that looks a lot better. So, yeah, that's basically it. That's how I make the backgrounds on my Game Icons cards. I'll do another video on how I do like the animals and stuff that I put on my cards. If you guys have any questions or you have any thing that you're having trouble with the Game Icons, just let me know. I'll be glad to help you. Alright, thanks.